So in today's video, what I want to showcase is this road, which is featured right next to the Konpeki Plaza Hotel. Essentially what we're going to be focusing on today is this little stretch of highway, which does actually exist in its entirety, but all of a sudden gets blocked off kind of the closer to the shoreline that we get. If we were to bypass the barriers, and I think you can do this pretty organically as well, I could be wrong though, eventually you end up at this place, which is a what seems to be a tunnel. What we're going to be doing is actually clipping behind this place and seeing what it has to offer. And upon clipping behind this place, you will straight away notice that this tunnel does actually exist. In fact, I would say quite a lot of this exists. Maybe like there was almost supposed to be something here. We have a lot of these little props which are just kind of there for, you know, your set dressing and whatnot, but all of this debris, I don't know if it's just me, but this all seems extremely over the top. And this debris does continue quite a bit further down. In fact, it's pretty much in this very linear structure that goes all the way to the edge of the tunnel, and maybe the debris there because you could get on top of it. That's maybe the only thing which I could think of. I'm sure you can do this if you do a lot of parkour, but I don't know if that was ever intended by CDPR. That's actually the bulk of what I wanted to show you, and the rest of this video is going to be talking about what this means, because especially with these roads being blocked off, it all just seems extremely bizarre. Well, I can tell you with absolute 100% certainty that this was indeed supposed to be usable in earlier versions of Cyberpunk. What makes the most amount of sense about this tunnel is the fact that it perfectly aligns with Orbital Air. However, if you take the idea that this tunnel was actually supposed to be underground rather than overground, because, well, it's exactly that. You know, it's a tunnel. It's not a motorway. It's not a bridge. It's encased for a reason, because it's going underwater. My suspicions were even further confirmed when you consider that Pacifica has an extremely similar thing. At the very end of Pacifica, there is a tunnel which goes underneath the ocean, and it looks pretty similar. But, you know, mostly the same. And as we know, this goes underneath the sea rather than, you know, obviously building a gigantic bridge. So we know that these underground tunnels are absolutely 100% possible. This isn't some kind of technical issue which CDPR were encountering. So without a shadow of a doubt, this tunnel right about here was indeed supposed to be going underwater. Evidently it was scrapped at some point in time, and instead of just gutting the entire area, they instead opted to basically you know, bump it full of props, make it look lore friendly. I suppose in a lot of ways similar to how the combat zone, so Dogtown, used to look before Phantom Liberty, in case maybe at one point in time it would have been further developed in expansions or DLC or what have you. We know that some of these highways, which are similar to this, these unused ones, were also redeveloped with the 2.1 update, so it's not like CDPR couldn't add this thing back. And it actually surprises me quite a lot that it wasn't added back, because obviously with Orbital Air being added with Phantom Liberty, and there actually only being one entrance to this place, which is this bridge right about here, I guess in a way it would make sense to have another entrance. I am extremely confident that this is the case. However, fear of copyright is preventing me from elaborating any further, but just know that there's some little tricks going on, alright, and it's informing my decisions. And I, hand on my heart, promise you that I'm not bullshitting, seriously. So anyway, that's the Orbital Air underground tunnel, which we never got. I think it's really interesting, and again, extremely surprising that it wasn't added back when this entire area was added back. Thank you so much for watching, guys. As always, I want to know what you think. Do you think I'm chatting shit, or do you agree with me? Let me know in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, I will catch you lot in a bit.